Hello and welcome back to the 90's Mad Podcast, your podcast for all things Newcastle United, hosted by two lifelong Newcastle United supporting buddies. Myself, D-Man. How you doing, Jefferson? You good?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, just literally got off of watching that game. Obviously relieved to have got the 3 points, but we keep it moving. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Like I said, relieved and that, but not too happy. Can't really get too happy after that, which we'll get into. But before we do, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're trying to get to 500 subs. I think this is our last show for the year, so we're trying to get 500 subs by the end of tonight. I think we're 9 away. So please spread the word. And those who tune into 90's Maz, put the notification bell on as well, so you know whenever we're gonna go live and stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. Keep the comments coming in. You know what I mean? Share with your people. Like I said, 9 away. Be much appreciated. Help the algorithm and that help the channel grow. But yeah, big up Adrian in building.
Big up.
Big up. Wasn't pretty, but the points will do nicely. Scant said got away with one. Big up William in the building. Big up, sir.
Big up.
And Big Ginks as well. Big up, big up. But yeah, as usual, head to review the latest Newcastle United game, the horror show that they put us through at Turf Moor, away from home. You know, it finished Burnley 1, Newcastle 3, but that doesn't tell the story of the game itself. Yeah, overall thoughts on the game, Jefferson?
Uh, I think we're mighty fortunate. I mean, obviously the stats will say obviously that we dominated shots and possession, but there was a lot of turnovers in the game, and I think there was that tetchy period, in arguably the first quarter of the second half where I just thought, man, what's going on here? Um, and I think the reality is, we're playing second bottom team in the league. Let's be real. We're not playing second top. We're playing second bottom. So despite us being off form, I thought, all right, we're gonna win today. It's just a matter of how many. But I was shocked to see that performance, which I'm sure we'll get into. And actually, I feel for Burnley. I actually feel Burnley deserve more from the game. I think what told was like we have quality in areas they don't. They had opportunities, but they didn't quite have the quality to finish it off. And I just think against a better side, we may have been punished. But yeah, we've come away with three very much needed points, which puts us, I think, 10th.
I even bother looking at the table, bruv, because I'm that upset at the moment. But like I said, had we come against a better team, no doubt about it, we lose that game. Yeah, and we get
Mm.
battered. If we play like that, we get battered. Yeah. Big up King Cam in the building to the
Big up.
evening. Like William said, this was mid-table squad versus a bottom three squad. Exactly what it was, really ugly. To be fair, Burnley played football. Burnley
Mm.
played some good football. We were the ones that were playing ugly. They played the good football. It's only just they couldn't finish their dinner. You know what I mean? Pope
Mm.
had to make a save or two. They hit the bar, crossed off the line. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, we did the same, but you know what I mean? It's looking at, like I said, look at the stats as well. We dominated everything really. 19 to 15 shots, 7 to 4, 49% to 51% in our favour. But it don't matter. That doesn't tell us the story of the game. Right?
Mm.
Like I said, to me, I mean personally, I was actually surprised that we won. I actually
Mm.
predicted a draw, right? And let's be honest, that's the least that Burnley deserved. Now,
Mm.
considering that the start we got, but we know what we can't trust this team unless they're 3 goals up with 5 minutes to go. You can't trust this team. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and it's the same old story. We start decent, but then when we go up, we drop off. And then the second half, especially the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half, is diabolical. But for this time, it was longer periods. It was the first half and the second half. You know what I mean? So it's only toward the last 15, 20 minutes we start to get a handle on the game and stuff. But they still had one or two opportunities. And to me, it's not good enough. We still lack control. And I don't care. We know that we can't lack control. But against a team like Burnley, who are 19th in the league, conceded 34 goals and got 3 wins all season, and you're telling me that they outplay us, that's ridiculous. I'm interested to see what Eddie Howe says after this game, because there's no way he can praise that performance in any way, shape, or form, apart from the 2 early goals. That's the only thing he can say. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It was actually ridiculous. I'm fuming. I was expecting Burnley to get something from this game, even when we were 2 up. And when they scored their first goal, I thought, right, here we go. They're going to get something back, if not get the
Mm.
win, because that's how shaky we are away from home. So apart, it's similar to how Man United should feel against beating us. Yeah, it's the 3 points, but you can't really take too many positives from it.
Mm.
The only positive I can take from it is that Vista scored in his first start in the Prem. That's the only plus side we could take, and the fact that he actually started.
And he gets the goal as well. I mean, it's slightly fortuitous there, of course,
Yeah,
but
very fortuitous, but
it's good to see him notch, of course.
yeah. Kim Cam said it was not good enough. We were lucky and not convincing, but I'm happy with the win. Agreed. William, what's up with Tonali? Listen, it's like, yeah, that's another one. We have to talk about him as well. Layat said, "How will praise the performance?" There's no way he can. There is no way he might say we stuck in there and show determination, but bruv, no. We allowed too many chances on goal, yeah, for our liking. It's only because they couldn't finish their dinner. You know what I mean?
Bro, is it Marcus Edwards?
Yeah.
I mean, when he was through, I thought that's it.
Yeah.
And they cut us again like a knife through
They
butter.
kept cutting through us.
The only one I thought was all right was the fact that, I know we'll talk about it probably, but Pope was in instead of Ramsdale. You know, the one where he gets chipped?
Yeah.
I think on the basis of, I think Ramsdale's shorter than Pope.
Yeah. That goes in.
That goes in, doesn't it? If it's
also,
Ramsdale, yeah.
The one when he's through, bruv, and Pope saved with his feet. Bruv, Ramsdale misses that, bruv. I'm telling you. Ramsdale tried to dive, he doesn't do anything, and that goes in. So I give Pope a little bit of credit for that, but listen, it was bad, man. But
Share saved his blushes as well.
Off the line.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So big up Connie said that was a shambles. Agreed.
Mm.
But let's talk about the lineup itself, because he did make the changes which most of us expected. Pope coming back into goal. He started with Barnes on the right hand side, and he's also brought Visser in and Joe Linton back. So what do you think of the changes that he made?
I mean, look, it's positive to see Visser there. I think it's been a long road for him, and you just feel with him, because he's more of a fox on the box, and our style is to put the ball in there, something will happen. And obviously, I mean, that told, obviously. Joe Linton in a game like this where actually you'd go into it thinking, maybe Burnley's going to be a bit physical. I mean, they were anything but again, you think Joe Linton is going to be fresh. He could be, fresh legs that we need. But the one for me was seeing Pope come back, because I didn't actually think he was going to do it, but he did it. So,
is that the end of Ramsdale in the league?
I don't think it's the end. I think I could see one more swap coming in, because we've got a long season ahead. But I think Pope will now get a run. And obviously, if you look at the sides we've got to play, it's perfect for him to embed himself back in the team, isn't it?
Yeah. Before I talk about the line itself, I've seen big up RJW Mag. He said, before tonight's game, we had created 38 big chances, conceded 23, difference being 15. Only City and Arsenal are better that. Crazy stat considering the league position. Now, I get it. That is, it's impressive stats, but this is a prime example where the eye test doesn't lie. Yeah. Because regardless of those positions, those statistics, we've been appalling. Yeah, especially away from home. So, I don't know what chances, because I can't figure the big chances, a plethora of big chances that we're missing. We're not giving Voltemar the service. We didn't give Vissam too much service today. You know what I mean? We're having half chances, Gordon screwing stuff wide and stuff, but I can't really think of like great chances that we're particularly missing. So I'd be interested to see how that's compiled. But at the same time, that just means we're not clinical. And, it is what it is. But at the same time, we can't control games. Yeah. We're too easy to cut through. So there's bigger issues than, I know the stats look positive, but if you look at the eye test, how we're playing, I think we deserve to be in the position that we are. You know what I mean? So, like William says, stats can lie.
William's right, though. I think we look like a mid-table side.
Yeah.
And we look like a lower mid-table side at that.
Yeah. But in terms of the lineup, was I surprised that Pope would be brought back in? Not particularly, because I thought he'd actually come back against Manchester United. As soon as he was fit, I thought Eddie would bring it back in. I wasn't surprised that Gordon started again, even though I didn't think he deserved to start, but I wasn't surprised that he started again. I was surprised to see Barnes on the right. I thought that Murphy would have started, but fair enough, he started Barnes. Joe Linton, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. I don't know, but against Burnley, who we expected to be more physical, then yeah, it made sense. But yeah, I thought it was high time that Visser got a start. Nothing against Voltemada because he has been good, but I thought he needed a rest. And if you're not going to
Mhm.
play, if you're not going to start Visser in this game, when are you going to start him? You know what I mean? So this would be a good game to him to get the run out against, but which he did. So
Thing is, because he scored, does he then start the next game? That's a good one for the chat as well. Do
yeah,
people think he should start the next game?
yeah. Let us know in the chat. Do you think he should start? And do you think he will start? Because we've got who is it? Fulham? Who we got? No, it's not. Who we got next?
I feel like is it Leeds at home? I could be
Leeds,
wrong though.
Leeds, Leeds. You're right. Yeah, it's Leeds at
Oh,
home. So,
no, Palace at home, then Leeds.
oh yeah, I'm going to the Palace game. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So, Palace then Leeds. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I personally think Voltemada starts the next game, but you never know. Never know. But yeah, so the game starts now, and in similar Newcastle fashion, we start the game like a house on fire. We start, intensity's there. We're pressing, and we get the early goal through Joe Linton. Good work down the left-hand side from Gordon, who gets the assist. It took a deflection, but he does get the assist. And a good first-time instinctive finish from Joe Linton, 1-0. What are your thoughts on that goal?
Yeah, penny for Brucey and the side from what 2019, 20 or whatever. Thinking, man, where was this Joe Linton in the middle of the box when we needed him?
Yeah,
Yeah, very instinctive finish. Should Dubravka have been beaten? Maybe not, but personally, when you look at it, it looks so good.
yeah,
It's easy on the eye. I think what's his name? Gordon struggled against Walker tonight. And if you look at it, it goes back to what we discussed the other day. I think he struggles to beat a man,
mm,
and he doesn't really get past him. That's why the nick comes on the cross a little bit. But yeah, I think great for Joe Linton capitalising on that, because when you look at it, it's a very good instinctive finish. We'd like to see more of that. Like to see Joe Linton get in the box a bit more.
yeah. I mean, considering I know it took a nick the cross, but Gordon was being direct against Walker.
Yeah.
So given the fact that he got that for the first early goal, I thought that would be the catalyst for him to keep going at him and to get the better of him. But it wasn't the case. After the first 2 or 3 attempts, and Walker just grew into the game and bullied him. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, good instinctive finish from Joe Linton. Good to see him get another goal. We need to see him arriving in the box a bit more. It's funny because later on in the game, I think when we were 2-0 up, he made a darting run similar to the run that he made against Tottenham when we beat them 6-1, wherever it was, and he did another one when he darts through and Shearer pulls the ball over. He made the run and Shearer had the ball and he decided not to pull the trigger. And I thought it was a prime example that he would have been through, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, listen, great to go up with 1-up within the 2 minutes, and then not so long after that we go 2-0 up. Now, like I said earlier, this was a bit of a fortuitous goal. But should it have stood? Did Bruno foul the defender? Because I the thing about the ball being in Dubravka's hand, he didn't have control of it, so I get that, right? But did Bruno foul the defender?
I can see why there's a bit of questioning on that, but I think it was just right to give the goal. I think. But we've seen it where that can go against some,
Yeah.
So we got the rub of the green, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Good.
What do you think?
I mean, I'd be very. It's one of them ones. If it goes against you, you're peeling it. But if it goes for you, then you don't complain. So glad it got given. But we've been on the right side of a few decisions of late. So long we continue. It's going to come back and swing the roundabouts.
Did you see in the second half, Lucas Perez? He tries to do a bit of skill in front of Bruno, and Bruno he just has enough, grabs his shirt and chucks him down.
Yeah.
And the ref says, "Play on."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh wow!"
We got away with a couple as well, because there's one when Tonali was running back and he's grabbed the guy by the shoulder and he didn't get a yellow card or nothing. Didn't even give a free kick. But it's one of them ones. But but yeah, we've got Roy joining. Big up, Roy. How are you doing, sir?
Oh man, what was that? And the funny thing is, we win these games and we're not even happy. It's unbelievable. I need Xanax. I need some sort of drugs, man. Tranquilizer or something. Atrocious. Pope, actually, I was actually happy that Pope was back because some of the saves were good. And the ball that hit the bar as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah. We've
Got
got
away with it.
William said, "I give Joe Linton credit not only for the goal, but with the whole 27 minutes before his yellow card."
William, did you make any money
Ah,
on that? Anyone that put a tenner
atrocious,
on
man.
Joe Linton
Atrocious.
getting a yellow card, I'm sure they're a bit
You know,
richer today.
Yeah,
Jefferson, I can't hear you. Oh,
But you can't
something
hear
might be
me.
I
wrong.
can hear you. I can hear you.
We can hear
Shall I
you.
refresh it?
Yeah, refresh it.
Yeah,
I'll
Yeah.
refresh it. Okay.
we can hear you.
Adrian said, "Who are you supporting in that game? Do you talk about the Palace game?" Listen, let me make this clear. Yeah, I'm a Newcastle United supporter, right? But yes, I've got a Palace season ticket, and when I'm at Palace, I want them to win every game apart from when they play Newcastle. Yeah, but I'm a Newcastle fan, so I hope Newcastle slap them about. It won't happen. It won't happen because the best we get is a point. But I'm hoping Newcastle will. Carl said, "We were so poor again. It's becoming a joke. Gordon is dog shit."
He's
Listen,
rubbish, man.
he is rubbish, and he looked aggrieved when he subbed. Bruv, come on, man. Come
Speed
on.
merchant. Speed merchant.
In terms of the goal, William said shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah, it was given. End of the day, it was given. Adrian said no foul. Just honest, rough and tumble. Fair enough. And big up Cuff 02 said, "Evening chat. Surely you must back Howlett in after that performance."
Very funny. Oh,
Listen,
matey.
absolutely pathetic. But listen, 2-0 up now, and again, I said to myself, we definitely need one more, right? And I wouldn't say we sat back straight away, but then after a while, we then reverted to type. We invited pressure, and either Burnley woke up or we invited pressure. But it got ugly after that. Like the amount of the wave after wave of possession that they were having, and the chances, the way they were cutting through, creating opportunities, and then they get their goal, right? What's your well taken goal? To be fair, well, I don't think Pop could have done much. But what are your thoughts on their goal itself?
Yeah, I think because if you look at a couple of the chances they had came from that side. Um, and I think, yeah, unfortunately, Lewis Hall has been caught out a few times today defensively. But yeah, the way he catches that on the volley, it's a very good finish, actually.
Mm,
Um, I sort of kind of nodded my head in sort of respect, like, okay, it's a good finish. And then you start getting nervous because you think the avalanche is coming at that point. Um, and to be fair to Burnley's credit, I think they did deserve something, particularly at that point of the game. And you start to think, wow, thank God we got off to a good start, because if you've only got one, then it's a bit of a problem. But yeah, you just hope that we can keep it together,
mm.
and then regroup. But yeah, it's a good finish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Josh Lauren, wasn't it? Josh Lauren.
yeah. Take nothing away. Take nothing away from the finish, like you said. It was no more than they deserved, because they were piling on the pressure, and you could sense that the goal was coming. We were failing to get hold of the ball every time. We couldn't get out of our half, really. Every time we had the ball, we gave it away. The crowd was behind them, and they were pushing, and it was only a matter of time. And like I said, good finish on the volley. I was hoping that when they showed the replay, I was hoping it would be given offside in the build-up, because the guy had his arm up and whatnot, but it looks like it was marginal, but they gave it anyway, gave the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, 2-1, and I thought this is going to be a long remainder of the match. But Roy, what were your thoughts on the goal that they scored?
We just sat back, didn't we, after the second, and then Pope had a save before that, and then I don't know. I was saying I was hoping it was offside, but then it was only his arm that was offside. So yeah, good goal, good finish though.
Yeah,
Just after-
very good.
I'm not sure Pope would have done better with that, but they deserved it anyway because they just kept going and going and going. I think overall they probably were the better team today. I think we've got a quality that's not used properly. That's all it is with our team.
Yeah.
You
For
can tell, like.
the record, Villa are getting absolutely hammered 4-0, by the way, by Arsenal.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
It was 2-0 when I
yeah, they just
joined.
scored a fourth goal. So this is all the Villa hype is pretty much dead. They're finished. but for a title challenge so far. So supposed title challenge, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Kim Cam said
33 points though out of 12 games is amazing.
oh yeah,
though.
it's an unreal run. The run had to come to an end. There was no
Yeah.
way they was winning this game in my opinion. But to get hammered 4-0 is ridiculous, boy. Tough afternoon for Villa, tough evening for Villa, but it is what it is. Kim Cam said, despite the win, it felt like we'd seen this before. Whether we win or lose, there's still a nagging feeling that we don't truly control games. Yeah, we don't. We don't control games. Big Ink said it was Gordon that lost his man,
Okay.
not Hall. Connor, big up Connor. Do what Connor said. Please like and subscribe, everyone. Support the channel, much appreciated. Get that, especially the subscriptions. We're trying to get to 500 subs as soon as possible. But big up, big up. Cuff said Tonali has been space jammed. I'm sure of it. His form has collapsed faster than.
Oh.
Big up. Bradley said Arsenal going to win the league. These are types of games they lost in the past, which is true. You know what I mean?
But the thing I agree with that, but I think there's also something about where Arsenal falter is the final 8 to 10 games of the season. So when the
True.
pressure's on, the mentality side of things rather than physical, that's where I want to see Arsenal, because this time of year they win all the time. It's from March onwards.
I think that City dropped points at Sunderland on Thursday.
Oh wow!
But it is what it is. But no, but yeah, listen, like you said, we it wasn't the end of the action in the first half because Fabian Schär had to clear off the line. Yeah, and he's been much maligned since he's come back. But if he wasn't there, it could have been curtains. It could have been curtains. But yeah, it wasn't a pretty end to that half, to be fair. And we were I don't know about you, but I was screaming for halftime. I was screaming for halftime, saying, you know what, get a little break, regroup, and go again. But I always knew that the first 10 minutes of the second half is where we die anyway. But yeah, what was your overall thoughts on the first half, Roy?
Amazing start, and then after we scored the first, I thought, oh, here we go, that's the early goal. We're gonna sit back now for 89 minutes or something. And we scored the second, and I thought, okay, they woke up now. And then I think we were good for about 15, 20 minutes, and then it was back to normal, sitting back and inviting them in. We just invite teams in now. Some players were just... Tonali, I have got... He's my favourite player, and that's the one I got on my shirt. And he's just atrocious now. I've got no idea. It's since that West Ham game when he shoved him at right back. He's never been the same. And then he had that interview afterwards when he said, I can't guarantee my future. And I honestly think it'll either be him or Howe next summer.
So what do you think of Tonali's comments about Eddie Howe? Is it yesterday? I don't know if you saw the comments when he said how much he's done for him and I appreciate him. He's a great manager and a great man and all that stuff. What did any of you guys see that one?
No,
I didn't see it.
No. Oh, okay, yeah, the quotes came out yesterday, but part of it sounded to me like it's thank you and goodbye. You know what I mean? I appreciate everything you've done, but a lot of fans are jumping on saying, you know what, it shows he's committed and how much Eddie Howe's done and how great, he's bigging him up and whatever. So we'll see.
Good PR, innit? It's good PR.
Yeah.
The thing is as well, no one wants to sign a player that's deemed troublesome. So you got to do all the niceties, don't you, to stay somewhat respected in the public eye.
Yeah. Do you guys, given the way the first half ended, do you think that Eddie should have made changes there and then? I'll start with you, Jefferson.
I think that again, plug in the midfield a little bit more would have been good, because it felt whether it was us or them, all you needed to do was a 360 turn and you were through. That happened a lot in the second half. So it was begging for an extra person. So even if they'd asked, I don't know, Barnes to drop and tuck in a little bit more or something, like, and maybe gone 4-4-1-1 or something like that. But nah, it was open season out there.
Yeah. Like John said, a better team would have slaughtered us tonight. Burnley were a gift to the gods for Eddie Howe tonight.
Yeah.
Indeed.
At the end of the day, it will be. Remember, I said this last season when we went on that run. It will be paper champion-esque when you're picking up 3 points here, 3 points against Leeds, and potentially 3 points against Wolves. I don't want to be hearing, we're such a great side. We're back. No, these are teams we should be beating.
This is it. and we should be beating convincingly as well. You know what I mean? So, um, what about you, Roy? Did you expect any change, or would you have made any changes at halftime?
After that, no, I would have did the same, but at 60 minutes, I thought, okay, just do it now. Be proactive. You throw your first cards on the table here. But I just sat there, and then first sub was Murphy in, and I was like, oh, here we go again, like for like.
Like for like,
Now I would have took Gordon off
yeah,
and put Barnes on the left because Gordon was just running. He's just a running
and
horse.
dropping him, falling on the floor and trying to beg for fouls, which weren't being given,
Yeah,
which was annoying.
disgraceful. Like we hate that in the north. We hate that.
Yeah, yeah,
Players diving and softies and stuff, and he's doing it now. And
yeah.
have you seen the photo of Gordon and Eddie Howe? The one I sent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I'm not
We
sure we're
won't
gonna
talk
put that
about. We
on
won't.
here.
Yeah, we won't talk about that on here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't want to be opened up to any lawsuits.
All right.
Cuff said, saying Eddie should have made change at halftime is a massive amount of hindsight. He should, however, have made changes after Burnley started dominating. Well, they started dominating in the first half, so you know what I mean. So, saying at halftime, yeah. Listen, like I said, it's hindsight, but at the same time, it's not something that is impossible, improbable that he should have done because the game was going away from us, and we know how we go to sleep in that second half. I'm interested to see what he says to these guys at halftime because every single time nothing changes. We get worse. We get worse in the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half. We just get worse. I don't know what he says to them, but it's not working wherever he does. Big up Carno said we got lucky, lads. Thankfully, Burnley
Yeah,
are shocking. Exactly. This is
yeah.
it. Yeah. A better team puts us away. Yeah, a better team wins that game 5-2. You know what I mean? It was obvious how bad we were. But I'm interested to see if anyone seen what Howe said after the game. Please put it in the chat because I'd be interested. I'd be interested. Um,
I can see
he-
Doc in the chat. Where you at? I thought you were coming on. I thought
to-
Doc was coming on.
but yeah. So listen, second half starts now. Much of the same. Burnley creating chances. They look dangerous every time they come forward. We can't get control of the ball. And like I said, they were very wasteful some of the opportunities. But Pope had to make a good save with his feet. There was that one where they've lobbed, his chip cross come shot, and like I said, if Ramsdale was in there a bit shorter, that goes in.
You see.
You know what I mean? It wasn't good viewing. It wasn't good viewing. But we make the subs. Murphy comes on. Right substitution in your eyes, Jefferson Murphy for Barnes, or would you, like Gray said, taking off Gordon and put Barnes on the other side?
Yeah, I would have liked to see Barnes have a go on the left because he was playing the majority of the game on the right hand side. It almost feels conclusive that you've decided, okay, well, Gordon's the guy for the left. Like, you have to give Barnes a chance to show what he can do on his favoured side. Because I thought actually in that second half, he did make a go of it, despite being out of position at times. Um, so yeah, that was frustrating a little bit for me. Yeah.
Okay, and obviously then he brings off. What did you think of Visser's performance? Obviously, he got the goal itself. Roy, what did you think of his overall performance
He looked dead in the second half, but good goal. He missed that sitter, didn't he, with his head?
at the back post? Yeah,
And I think he had one more shot. Oh yeah, he blasted a shot over the
yeah,
bar. But I think we looked faster on the break with him on than Baltamade.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then you're doing all these crosses, and he's probably shorter than me, so you can't win both ways.
Yeah. To be fair, he's got a good leap on him. So I can understand some of the crosses that they made. There was some good link-up play with the fast breaks and stuff. And like I said, he did miss the sitter. Got his poacher's goal, had that shot that he blasted over. But then other than that, I think he was lacking service. I mean, the quick interchange was looking good, but he did lack service. Again, maybe take time to get used to him and stuff like that. But he was okay. He was okay. Like I said, he's still not fully fit, but it was good to see him get started a good amount of minutes and the
Yeah,
goal. Jefferson, any thoughts on Visser?
Yeah, I just think it doesn't matter who's up there. You know, you could have Prime Alan Shearer or whatever. They're not getting enough service. It's as simple as that. And I think our wingers need to do better. And I know that sounds crazy, seeing as Gordon technically arguably created the first goal, but it's been the long story that there were huge times that even Isak himself was isolated. And then in the times Voltemade has been playing, we've seen it. We don't produce enough chances for our strikers. And it doesn't matter how long we have on the training pitch, it seems to be something we haven't really addressed. Um, I'd like to think that the more Visser plays, the more the team gets used to him. And then we may start to see different patterns of play form. But at the moment, we're just not creating enough for our strikers. So
Yeah. Um, Big up Doc. He said, "Why did he not keep Visser on?" Even the commenter said Eddie should have played Nick and Visser together. Um, and then Cuff said, "Thought Visser did all right, all things considered, but for the love of God, can we see Voltemade and Visser together for once?"
yeah,
Yeah,
fair comment.
I think
Fair
it's going to
comment.
be a long time before we see them together. But yeah, I agree.
Probably even if we're losing at some point in some games, we might.
Well, hopefully, but you know, the last game we doing against Man United, he still didn't do it. So, Kim Cam said, "This isn't about results here and there. The criticism of
Mm,
Eddie is about tactics, game management, limited imagination, and ignoring the
mm.
creative and youth players."
Again, what's the point in having the academy players if you're not going to bring them on? And,
Mm.
and 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 let's be real. I mean, it shows the levels we're at the moment. What, you're too scared to bring them on against second bottom of the league? You telling me Leo Shaha can't have a go? Alabi can't have a go?
Yeah,
The other thing is, it's just that game management in terms of you need to rest the players, especially the key first team players that are going to be playing a lot of games. Let these kids come on.
yeah.
What's the
Do you reckon?
point?
Do you reckon he plays some of them against Bournemouth in the cup?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Probably not. Nah, he wants to win
I don't
it.
think. Yeah, you know what I mean.
He's just going to go full team and then say, "Oh, we're playing 10 games a week and stuff like that." So
Big up Giniesta in building. So big up 90's Max in the chat.
Big up.
But yeah, smash the likes, people. Keep the likes, get the like count up. Much appreciated. Appreciate the comments coming in as well. Big up Foxy. Foxy said, "Big 3 points. We move on. Still a lot of question marks with our players, manager, style of play, recruitment, everything." Yep, I agree. A massive 3 points, but that's all you can take from it because I'm not convinced that this team's going to go on a run. We've got Palace next. I don't think we beat them.
yeah, at home.
Yeah. There's nothing. There's not very few positives can be taken from this game apart from the 3 points. But you know what, the 3 points are the main thing, and we got that.
Eddie needs to go, man. He just needs to go. It's got to the point. I wasn't enjoying watching my team.
Yeah,
It felt like a chore. It felt like a chore to watch my team.
yeah.
He
Connor,
sucked the soul out of it, man.
Connor says we are playing 2 different ways with 2 different style strikers. Yeah, which is true. Um, we just need to. It's not clicking at the moment. What do you think about that? Hall should have come off because I know he got a little knock and he went down for a bit. Do you think he should have come off at the time to save him, or right decision to keep going? Right.
Yeah, I was when he went down in the second half and holding his ankle. I thought, "Ah, why is he playing again?" But then he played on, so it doesn't seem as bad as we thought. We'll
Yeah.
find out tomorrow or day after
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
it will swell. He'll probably wake up tomorrow morning and it's the size of a melon.
Yeah. Big up Podman's in the building. So big up 90's Mags. Missed the first half. Second half, we looked dodgy as well. Listen, we looked dodgy as well for pretty much the whole game, bar the
We
first
looked
20
dodgy
minutes,
for
bro.
4 months.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It was much of the same in that first half. Yeah. Mighty Mags, great to see you, Jeffers. But yeah, Fox said, in fairness, we lost every single UEFA Youth League match this season. The youth under 1921s are pants. Yeah, true. Maybe as a collective, but one or two of them must be decent. One of the two
Yeah,
players must be decent. You
if
know
they're
what I
in the
mean?
match day squad, they must be all right. But there's only so many times you can keep calling them up and then not using them. You can't tell me they can't have 5 minutes at the
Yeah,
end. Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the. Oh, Man United got it late on again.
Really, they
Hey,
won again, yeah? You
Good
see?
job. Good job. I put my £5 on there just
And they're
a
missing
minute
players.
ago. I got
And
the
they're
no,
missing
because
players.
there was one
money's
disallowed
swinging.
anyway. It was
Huh?
disallowed.
Oh no, it's disallowed. Sugar.
Dogo, yeah, the same guy who scored against us.
Ah, I put money on it just 5 minutes ago for him to get a late winner. Jeez. Anyway, but yeah, let's talk about some of the chances that we created. Obviously, Chow had one cleared off the line, so that was unlucky. But other than before we get to the third goal, what other chances did we really create?
There was the Murph. Jacob Murphy one.
Murphy, but I think that would be given offside
It was
because
offside,
Oh,
probably.
was it? Okay.
Yeah, but it was a
okay.
bad miss anyway.
That was
Good
bad.
build up, but bad miss anyway. But Whistle would have been judged offside. Other than that, I think
Gordon skied one up.
Gordon
skied
skied one. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think Bruno put one wide in the first half, was it, or the second half? I think he put one wide.
Oh, first. I think that was first half. Wasn't
First half.
Yeah. But obviously, we get very fortunate with the late goal. A mix up between the Bravka and the defender, and there's Bruno. Good finish on his left foot. Good finish to seal the game. Thoughts on that goal, Jefferson?
I mean, obviously, keeper is got it all wrong. What a shaky defensive mix up there. I don't know what's happened there, and I feel sorry for Dubravka, but he got. I think he got a good cheer from the away fans. I could hear them, but yeah. I mean, look, it's a heck of a finish to get that in there. It's the typical Bruno, no power, floaty, loopy. You're thinking, is it actually going to make it there? And it does. And then he does his usual 2 or 3 celebrations in one because he does the ear cup. He does the flipping driving. He's twisting the badge and everything. But he is having a good season. I know we hold him to high standards, such as the quality of the player. But I think, this season he is arguably having a good season. He's probably one of the few players that come out with any credit. But let's be real. I mean, that third goal essentially papers over the cracks. It makes it look like it was
a convincing win.
Yeah, it was anything but.
Anything but. Ray, thoughts on the goal itself and Bruno?
It reminds me of Callum Wilson's one against Spurs a couple of years ago. Almost similar. Goalkeeper comes out, mixes it with the defender. Wilson takes it and hits it. Smart. Bruno's probably been our most consistent player this season. I mean, probably with Lewis Hall, I think. Chow. Yeah, Chow and Bruno, probably our best two. Yeah, he's our captain, man. He's our best. He's the only captain in our lifetime that to lift a trophy. So, yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
he was good. He's done his silly little dribbly thing in our own half, and he's lost the ball a couple of times. But at least he's trying, not like the other two.
Listen, it was well taken goal, and you have to be there to finish it on his weaker foot as well, like we said. So credit for that. You know what I mean? And like I said, he has having a decent season. He's having the numbers to back it up as well, which is good. Goals and assists, but also we're just going back to the chances that we created. There was a chance when he put through Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes tried to lift the Bravka. Now, maybe I'm nitpicking, but we always talk about Bruno's floaty pass and whatnot. But for me, he should have played it on the floor, and drilled it, to run into Harvey Barnes' path. But to me, it's a good ball, but he's floated it over the defender and it's bouncing. So Harvey Barnes can only do one thing. Am I being too harsh on him, or is there something in that, Jefferson?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of think, it's Barnes, so he's gonna finish it. But I think it's controlled well. He meets it. It's just, I just think it's the fact he's not on his favoured left side. I think if he's on his left side, it's in. But it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity.
Yeah. You know what I would have done, which I used to do when I'm not saying how many decades ago, but I would have just pretended I was going to shoot and just push the ball forward, go past the Bravka and just tap it in.
Right.
He was really close to him as well. Just pretend you're going to shoot, just not making, just go straight. One more step and then tap it in. Gone. It is what it is, though.
It is what it is. Let's talk about get some of these comments. Ginny Esther said, negligence to keep Lewis Hall on. They gave him drugs, morphine. We should beat Burnley with or without Hall. James Bunce clearly got no power.
Alex Murphy could have easily come on, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
He doesn't trust any of the kids.
Yeah. Kim Cam said we had a few excellent chances, but which is true. We had a few excellent chances, but I think Burnley had the better ones. And like I said, if a better team puts them away. Pontmag said that move, Hall was elite. 2 times triangles to take it from midfield to the byline for a cutback. Meanwhile, Visit is offside and Murphy skies it from 6 yards. Basic training ground stuff. I agree.
Yeah.
It looked good. it good the little link up and stuff. But yeah,
And
just
was that when Gordon was off the pitch? I bet it
Yeah.
was. I bet it
I
was.
think it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
You notice when Gordon isn't off, that's when the Hall does the overlap.
yeah, yeah,
I'm telling you, man. When Gordon say he just hogs the ball, man.
yeah. In terms of Man United, he said happy for Wolves. 1 point must feel like a win. I hope they go on a run now. Well, we got them soon, so hopefully they don't got to get their tails up. But
Yeah, they managed what we couldn't, score and get a point in Old Trafford.
yeah, true. Cuff said I would chalk it up to a good save from Dubs rather than poor finish from Barnes, though, to be fair. So yeah, I mean, good save. I don't think the finish was poor. I just think the pass itself, I think if it was on the floor, I think he had a better chance of scoring. But Genius raised a good point. He said Alex Murphy is actually older than Lewis Hall. So
Is he? Okay, time to
Wow.
sell him.
So
Sell
we
him.
can't even look at him as a youngster anymore.
Young
That's
kids, nah.
crazy.
Just sell him. He's not going to get a game.
Cuff said apparently Gordon was involved in that move.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then Brant said recently Hall's been our best player, but for the season, in my opinion, it's been Bruno. Yeah.
He was also in you know when they do the best team for halfway during the season.
Yeah.
I think he made someone in BT's team, wasn't it? It was either Peter Crouch or Joe Cole, one of them ones.
Oh yeah.
They did it recently. It's TNT, sorry.
Okay.
And
Well,
maybe was it? I think Carragher as well. I think
yeah.
he made Carragher's team of the season so far. I'm sure he did.
Okay. Well, that win puts us up to 10th place, right? On 26 points. Like Brant said, if we can beat Palace, we have a chance to do something, right? So top half of the
They
league.
clear a relegation.
Don't forget Fulham still got to play. I'm trying to think who else could go above us. Spurs, Fulham, Spurs. I think that's it for now. Because of the Brighton and Bournemouth all play today. So yeah, listen, 10th in the league. Silly question, but can we start looking up the table, or do we need a couple wins first before we start? Even thinking of that.
We play Palace next, don't we?
Yeah.
So we'll
I
have
think
to have a look at.
January's a very tough month because even if we negotiate some kind of result against Palace and obviously we beat Leeds, Eddie will have to juggle both the FA Cup and then the semi-final against City, where we're at home. So we're expected to press an advantage. So therefore, Wolves is a banana skin, and then you've got PSV that we need a win. And then you got Villa, PSG, and then to finish off the month, Liverpool. So I think even if we manage to pull out, let's just say we get wins against Wolves and Leeds, I don't. But come the end of the month, I don't think it'll be enough. I think it's not looking good,
Okay.
based off today's performance, of course, as well.
Yeah.
Well, our next 3 games are at home, though. Well, no, we've got the cup game. Well, yeah. So our next 2 league games at home must get 6 points.
We have to get the 6 points. Whether or
Yeah,
not we
so-
do, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, and then middle of January it's Wolves.
Yeah. So Brant said have to beat Palace first, then we can begin to looking up a bit. Kim Cam said if we manage a couple good wins, we can be in mix for top 6. Yeah, I mean it's we have to take it game by game. Again, we can't really take too much from this performance. It's just the 3 points. Yes, it's another away win, so it's good to get a win away. But it is Burnley, but you can only beat what you're up against. Now we're on 26 points. 6th place is Man United on 30 points, so we're not too far off.
And Chelsea.
And Chelsea as well. Yeah,
Chelsea on 30.
Chelsea dropping points, and Chelsea got City at the weekend as well without Caicedo.
So 4 points.
I think the biggest issue for me is the cup competitions. The manager has shown he's got very, very poor squad management. So the issue for me would be the rotation and
Well,
whether we will pick up injuries and suspensions. Because like I said, as you get towards the latter half of the month, like I said, you've got PSV, PSG, Villa and Liverpool. And even after Liverpool, the very next game is Man City again.
yeah.
So it's not looking good, guys.
Like Double D said, will Vista be first choice now? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Right, for Palace game, does he start against Palace, Roy?
They're going to play low block. So I'll start both, but yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to go with him again. Yeah, I think he's going to go with him. He scored, and
yeah, I think he probably. Well, I don't know because what's today? Today's what? When
30th. When is the game
Wednesday,
start?
right?
is it? Wednesday or Tuesday today?
Wednesday. So maybe
Today's
Sunday he goes.
Wednesday now. No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday now.
Tuesday today, isn't it?
Tuesday.
And we play again on
Sunday.
So we've got 5 days.
We've got 5 days, and then we got Leeds midweek.
I think he goes Voltemada, Palace,
Yeah, and then
then
Wissa Leeds.
Wissa Leeds.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think, given the way Palace are quite physical and whatnot, I think this will be more prime for this game because Voltemada, they'll just stand on him and they'll bully like that. They can deal with his physicality. He's not fast, so it's like he drops deep. I don't know, but we'll see. I think he will play Voltemada and Visser on the weekend. But let us know in the chat what you think. But big up Double D. Liverpool to play Thursday, I believe it is. Foxy said Cordero's been returning from his loan.
Cadiz. He's going to Cadiz.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm sure he's
second division, Spain.
Yeah, which for me is an interesting one because playing second division again, where he was so good for Malaga anyway, it only makes sense if he's consistent first team starter. Otherwise, he should be playing a high level. So I don't know if they've done it because maybe he's a bit homesick and lost a bit of confidence. I'm not sure if this loan will work. I'd like to see him play a higher level of football.
Okay. Do you think he goes with the first choice midfield against Palace? Or does anyone get a rest? Because Joelinton scored, right? Bruno scored. Tonali was awful, yeah. And Tonali's been, he's underperformed for a while now, yeah. So, does he go with the same midfield against Palace, or would you like to see something different, Jefferson?
I think maybe, as much as I'd hate to say this, but I think maybe Tonali needs a rest. I would like to see Miley back in midfield. And I think potentially, like we saw against Benfica, and I think there was another team we utilised it. We played Ramsey, Miley and Bruno, and it felt like there was a lot of balance in that midfield. The problem for me will be we may need Joelinton because we need somebody that can get to Adam Wharton quickly. We cannot allow Wharton to get more touches on the ball. So maybe to that end, he might keep Tonali in because we need someone that's kind of got speed over 10, 15 meters to kind of press. So
yeah, but if Miley comes to the midfield, who goes right back?
it's a good challenge. I mean,
Unless he goes three, but he's not.
He's played Thiaw there, but
and then centre back if Charles.
Yeah, so it's not going to happen.
We're thin on the ground,
yet.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yet until Tino's back.
It's looking tough.
Very difficult.
Obviously, is Shaha a left back or a right back?
He's more left, isn't he?
Is he left back? And then you got Ashby, but he's not going to play these guys.
He's not gonna. These are probably League Cup second half players.
Yeah.
I mean Jacob Murphy's played right back, obviously under Brucey. I think he's played a couple of times under Eddie, isn't he? He's played when Eddie's played a back five. I'm sure he's played right back before.
Yeah. Well, A just said turn Elanga to a right back. A, that's not happening. B, he's still injured.
Oh, no chance. No.
Yeah. Shaha is a right back, Aaron said. Big up Shaha.
It could be a good one.
Mighty Max asks to the whole, can you see us going in for Gahey in January? Personally, no.
He's going Liverpool, man.
He's either going to go Liverpool. There's rumours that Arsenal looking at him. You know what I mean? Chelsea looking at him. He's got a plethora of clubs after him. He's not going to go to us. He's not. And I don't think.
But this is the reality, D man, isn't it? The longer Eddie is there, the more our stock is falling. But if we get a big name manager in, it can turn things around. This is what happens.
But the thing is, we have to concede the fact he's not going anywhere until summer. He's not. Like, as much as we think otherwise, he's not. he's not going anywhere. He's not, especially he's got this win now. Couple more wins, bruv. He ain't gonna go anywhere, bruv. He's not going to Ross, mate. Trust me, it's not happening.
If we win the if we win the next 2 games, he's here until the end of the season, no matter what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're looking at this. Is it a French defender, isn't it? From
Yeah,
Toulouse,
yeah,
who
the
can play
24-year-old.
left back and centre back. And then I'm sure there's a right back. Is it Sasha Bowie we're looking at as well?
I do like the fact that we are looking outside of the Premier League now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like. I like. Looks like Ross Wilson is pulling Trump on this. Like he's saying pulling rank and saying, all right, let me handle the business. My worry is even if we get these players, will Eddie Howe play them? This is the problem, or will they be loaned out? You know what I mean? You just never know. You never know. But let's hope we start getting some business done early, because we have got a thin. Say we've got a thin squad. We've got injuries, but in some places, some areas, and we need to shift a bit of dead weight. But Kim Cam said, I think he will play Ramsey against Palace. Ramsey looked all right when he came on, to be fair. The link-up play, he looked quite quick as well. Whether Burnley are that slow, but he looked quite,
getting fitter, isn't he?
Yeah. So, hopefully it's a matter of time before we see the best of him. But we'll see. Lominus said, he said, haha, we're getting battered by Palace. My God, what has this coach done to Tonali? My boy feels like he's playing with Timberlands on. When was the last time you guys watching the game? Listen, first, let me dissect that, because you see,
He does. It's true.
let me take it point by point, because you see Palace, right? Because obviously I watch them week in, week out at Selhurst Park, and they are struggling because their squad is so thin, right? And they're looking quite leggy. But one thing they are doing is creating a lot of chances. They're still creating a lot of chances, and it's only a matter of time before they start taking these chances. So God forbid it's against us, but they're still no slouches. As much as they're on a bad run at the moment, like, they've got players that can really hurt us. We're fortunate that Sar's gone to African nations, but they still got players that will do a job. Muniz is injured, but
Yeremy Pino's a problem.
He's a problem. And Mateta, he can't hit a barn door at the moment, but if he gets going, boy, it could be a long day.
It's always against us.
Yeah. So we'll see. That's going to be an interesting game.
Because that's a challenge for me, because with Pino, they've got a 10.
Yeah.
But in Wharton, he's more of a tempo player, but he kind of is a deep lining playmaker as well. The way he shifts the ball from deep.
Yeah.
So who do you go to press? Like, who do you go to?
Well,
You've only got 3 in midfield.
Yeah. And Lominus mentioned Tonali, like we have mentioned all show, like, bro, I don't know what's happened. Because don't get me wrong, he's still pressing, he's still try to win the ball and stuff. But when he gets the ball, he's giving it away. He's making silly passes. He's panicking. Like, this is not the Tonali that we're used to. So I don't know what's going on. But it's like I said, Jefferson, he may need a rest. He may need some time out of the team. But then, does he decide? Is he brave enough to go with Bruno, Ramsey, and Joe Linton? Or does he bring back Willock? You don't know. We don't know. But like Janice has said, we've got 10 games between January the 4th and February the 4th. Hope we bring in a couple of players early in the window. We've seen who's it that's trying to Brennan Johnson. Where's he looking to go? Palace, yeah.
Palace.
So if they can get that over the line, they're going to do their business early. I think a lot of clubs are going to start, look at Semenyo probably going to City. So no time like the present to get some deals done. I do believe we are working 1 or 2, but we tend to move at a snail's pace to get players over the line before it's too late.
What's happened though? Because it felt like there's no smoke without fire. It looked like Iraola being 4-1 odds on favourite for a Newcastle job. Normally, where do they get these tip-offs from? Is that leaks from insiders like that? Because they're quite short odds.
They're short odds. I don't, from judging by what people say, I don't think he'd be many people's choice, Iriola. And, whether his stock has fallen because Bournemouth are not performing at the moment, they still haven't won a game in, it's looking like
9, I think, isn't it?
9, and it's 1 in like 15 or something like that. So it's not the best of times for that league to come across, and maybe that's what's saving Howe at the moment. You never know, but it is what it is. Black Pont Man says we're only looking at these European 17-year-olds to bring down the average age, so Howe can keep playing Burning since the 50s. Oh, God. How long has Burn been out now? A couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
Since the Mackhams. Oh, it's
So-
almost 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a three weeks time. To be fair,
I'm happy with things as they are, though.
yeah. Palace are an absolute mess without Munoz. Targets like Klein. We should do, but whether or not we do, I'm not so sure. Has Eddie got the tactical nous to do that? We don't know. We'll see. Genius said, I always thought our fan base overrated Tonali's technical ability. He's a good passer, but got atrocious first touch and got his head down a lot. I think his first touch is all right, to be fair, usually. But he's well out of form at the moment. Well out of form. It's something's not right there. Something's not right there. Like Mighty Back said, Tonali has gone downhill. Listen, get rid of Willock.
I'd sell Willock. Yeah, I'd sell Willock in January.
Definitely. And these
We should
rumours
do.
of Joe Linton going to Saudi for 20-25 million,
Yeah.
isn't it? You
Yeah.
know?
And Trippier. If we can sell those three and bring one or two good players in.
Yeah,
great.
but you know, Trippier's going to stay injured until after the transfer window, and then he's going to come back and play. You know what I mean?
But then
Yeah,
are these
Feb
being
first.
sanctioned by Eddie? Because it was very evident Eddie was not happy about Kelly being sold, isn't it?
Yeah.
By Mitchell. So
Man,
if
like,
these
wait.
supposed guys are going to go, some of them are his favourites. Has he sanctioned these moves?
Yeah, you never know. Genius says, which is a good point. The main positive tonight is that we are only 4 points behind fifth. Both Chelsea and Man United throwaway points is a must win games, which is true. So, you know, there are positives to take from that, but we have to take advantage because, like I said, Chelsea play City at the weekend, not after this in the next game.
Next week.
They've got they're without Caicedo, so you'd like to think that City can get some points there. I don't know who Man United got, but it is what it is. Roots said bloodline in the building. That's for you, Jefferson.
Yeah.
Fox said, what club is going to drop serious money on Willock with that injury record? Such a risk would have to be a loan first. Listen, I'm sure we can get like 15 million for him. Yeah? Get 15 million for him. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
How old is he now, though? Is he 27 or 28?
29, I think.
What? 29?
Is he?
Joe Linton, yeah?
No, Willock.
No,
Oh,
Willock.
Willock. Oh, no, Willock's, I think, 27, 26, isn't it?
Where that season on loan was 2019. Oh, COVID. No, 2020. So he's 21. So must be 26 or 27 now. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So
Yeah, if we get 10, I'll take it. 10 is good.
what positions would like to strengthen, Roy, in the transfer window?
It's not going to happen. But I would always love a 10. So he's not going to do that. So I would go with a right back at least now.
26.
26. Okay. So yeah, I would go right back. And he's not going to buy any wingers now because he spent all that money on Elanga. Yeah, I'll just go two fullbacks.
Two fullbacks.
Two fullbacks at least now.
Okay. Jefferson, what about you?
I think we need another striker, man. I just feel we just don't have enough up front.
But Osula.
I mean, I think Osula's
Unless if he sells Osula, he might
I
go.
think
Yeah.
Osula's going, and I do think we need another one. I really, really do, because either a striker or a prolific winger, like one that's going to be direct. Like I like that Villa went for Daniel Marlon, for example, last January, or they went and got Asensio. You know, Asensio on loan was a difference maker for them. So I'd like to see an attacker in some shape or form, because the state of our wingers at the moment is shocking.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I'd like to see a winger, I don't think he's going to do that because of how much he spent on Elanga, and he's got Barnes, Murphy, Gordon. I would like to see another striker because I do believe Asula is going to go. I wouldn't mind keeping Asula, but I think he's going to go. So I think we definitely need a striker and a right back. Definitely the right back.
I think Kraft is going to go as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kraft and maybe Trippier.
Yeah, exactly. So we should have strengthened that position in the summer anyway. So, I mean, in an ideal world, I'd get a new goalkeeper, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen until maybe the summer. But yeah, those two positions before anything, I want to see. But I'd love to see a creative midfielder. I'd love to see a creative midfielder, but Eddie doesn't play with one. So I mean, and if you're not going to get midfielder, get a dedicated number 6. Get a 6 rather than play with 3 8s in midfield where we get cut open every single game. Get a 6 so you can have him there and have the 8s in front of him. You know what I mean? But again, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
Not with the manager we've got, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just quickly on Vissa, right? Because I asked how many goals Voltemade will get this season, but how many goals do you think Vissa gets this season in the league, Jefferson?
Just in the league?
Yeah.
I think 12.
Okay. And how much do you think Voltemade gets? He's on 7 at the moment, I think.
15.
Okay. Not a bad return. Roy, what about you? How many do you think Vissa gets this season in the league? Oh, you can't hear you, mate.
Can't hear you.
I don't know what's happened.
What you done? Do you take your headphones out?
Oh, plug them back in, mate. Nope.
A few moments later.
Can't hear you, mate. But let me put it to those in the chat as well. Like, how many goals do you think Vissa gets in the league, just the league this season? Jefferson said 12. I'm gonna say 10. I'm gonna say 10. Because he will be rotated with Voltemade.
That's quite a lot, isn't it? 10 in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's better.
There you go.
Yeah. How many does Vissa get, in your opinion, in the league, Roy?
I would say probably 10, 10 to 12, so around there. If he starts every game.
Yeah, because 12 and 19 is very good. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't think he get. All right, here's a question though. Before let me get some of these chats basically, because Virginia said 8 to 9 in his opinion. Foxy said Vissa 9 Prem goals. Right. If at all this season, who gets the first hat trick, Voltemade or Vissa? In any competition?
I still think Voltemade is capable of it, and we know that he could have got it had it not been for Gordon taking the pens. If anything, out of the two of them, I still think Voltemade's on target to, like, he could do it.
Okay, you do agree with that, Roy?
Yeah, same. Because he almost got one last week. If he managed to tap that ball better, but he would have got it. So yeah, I would go with Voltemade as well. If I have to pick between one to play with till the end of the season, it'll be Voltemade, definitely.
Okay. Cuff said 15 in all competitions would be great return considering his injury. Lomina said 15. Boys, what do you think of this? I kind of prefer Vissa at the 9 instead of Voltemade because I don't see how playing them together. I think at an out-and-out number 9, I'd have Vissa. But, how has to find a way to play them together? Because you can't just keep chopping and changing every game. You can't. You know what I mean? How are they going to get a run in the team, like continuous run in the team?
I think play Vissa on the left. It makes, play Vissa left. Because there were times that he wasn't through the middle. When Tony left, then he started playing more central. But it used to be like Vissa, Tony, and Mbuemo.
Yeah.
So he can play and he can do inside runs.
Yeah.
As long as Voltemade or Bruno plays him through, it is possible.
Yeah.
Aaron said 13 Premier goals for Vissa. Janice said Vissa spends more time in the 6-yard box and will get a lot of scrappy goals.
Yeah.
Foxy said Vissa will break the record and get the quickest Premier League hat trick early next season. Interesting.
Quite a prediction.
Right, before we sign off now, let's talk about the Palace game. Let's talk about predictions. Because we do play them. Like I said, I will be up there, traveling up there with my son on Sunday. So hopefully be back in time for the review. Roy, Palace game, what's your prediction?
Must win, and I think we'll win it at home this time. I'll go. We can't keep a clean sheet for some reason, so I'll go 2-1 again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 2-1.
Jefferson, what you saying?
Desmond, 2-2.
2-2. I'm gonna say we will keep a clean sheet, and I think we beat them 2-0. Yeah, 2-0. It's not going to be another. It's not going to be an easy game. I think we get one in the first half, maybe get another late one. But just from the comments before we go, Liam said can't play both together until we have a third option as backup. Yeah, that's a fair point.
That could be a part of it. Maybe he
Yeah.
doesn't want any injuries and stuff.
Yeah. Kim Cam said, Point Mag said, Wissa is a scrappy goal maestro, pretty much only goal he scored at Brentford. I think that's a bit harsh. If you look at his
He's had loads of nice goals and headers and stuff.
Some nice ones, but I do think some of it is created by chaos in the box.
Yeah, which you need. Which you need to be fair.
Because there's a few instinctive finishes in there as well, where it's bobbling about and he's flicked a leg and it's gone in, but he's also done some nice ones when he's been played through as well.
Yeah. Kim Cam said 2-0. We win 2-0. Aaron says 1-1. Giniesta says 1-1. Foxy made a quote. Congo also flying without facing AFCON and Mbemba playing well. Chancellor Mbemba.
Yeah.
He said 0-0 Palace. 0-0 versus Palace a ball draw. Lomina said
I would say that is the only result that's never going to happen with us this season. Again.
Okay, yeah. Lomina said we spent 750 million. Looks like we are coached to survive relegation. How are the Saudis just watching this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Valid point.
Yeah. But listen, we're going to leave it there. Like I said, we will be back after the Palace game. I hope to be back on time or around 9:30 because it's getting a train back from Newcastle at 5:30. So it might be a race against time, but we will be back to review the Palace game. Don't know if anyone's going to sit through this Burnley game again, watch the replay. I won't be. I will be looking out for Eddie House comments and stuff like that. But yeah. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for all those in the chat. Again, share with your people, share as much people as you can. We want to get to 500 subs as quickly as possible. We appreciate if you leave some comments after on the once the channel goes up on YouTube. Leave your comments. It helps the algorithm. Slap the notification bell on. I know YouTube's been messing up recently, but helps when we go live. And Roy, thank you for joining.
Thanks, mate.
As usual.
And Happy New Year. Happy New Year to
everyone.
Happy New Year,
to everyone. And we'll see you on the other side. So be safe, and be merry.
Away the lads and lasses.
Peace.
Peace.